Yeah, it's going to take that dude like 2 weeks to process that whole situation. Yeah, I was at a tattoo parlor, me and my wife, maybe 5 years ago, and this guy was like, he had such a dry, like antisocial personality, and we were sitting there waiting, and the girl, this lady comes in and asks him, she's like, I really want to get a tattoo, but I'm so nervous that it's going to be painful. Is it going to be painful? And the tattoo guy looked at her and was like, not for me, but for you, it will be. And we all looked, was like, why would he say that? And he didn't joke about it. He was serious. Not me. It's going to hurt you. It's like, okay, he's not lying.
No. It reminds me what my boss at work one day said. He said, when you come into my office, it's like I'm being at the doctor, and the doctor is going to tell me I will die soon, because you always bring me the bad news so seriously. So, so when projects were completely a mess, delayed or whatever, and the guy was left to work in the office, and well, we will never be able to reach our deadlines. And I came in, very serious, said, well, it's not so bad as you think. Yeah, but
now that you mentioned, I do have some bad.
Yeah, there should be a service that you could hire that specifically delivers bad news. Like that's their only job, is they are perfecting and delivering bad news and kind of like catching you as you fall. I would hire a company like that. You know?
Who can be in charge of this service apparently?
Yeah. I think it must be very stressful to be the bearer of bad news all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a whole movie about that, I think, Up in the Air with George Clooney. I think that's whenever people they do like mass layoffs, they'd send him in to handle letting all these people go.
Yeah. Yeah, we appreciate your service, but we think it's time that you will find better opportunities somewhere else, and we have to say goodbye.
Someone comes out with a violin. Goodbye.
I love the you'll find better opportunities. How do you know? I mean, I know you don't know, but why do they sprinkle in that, hey, it's going to be so much better after this, when you're doing this horrible thing to somebody?
We cut to an office with a guy who got fired 10 years ago. Hey, you. Yeah, me? Larry. Yeah, me? Larry. You were my old boss, remember?
Yeah.
Jake. Remember Jake. Me? Jake? Yeah, Jake, the engineer.
Hey, Jake. Yeah. How's it going, man?
Not too good, man. Not too good, man. You know, when you laid me off, you were really optimistic about my future endeavors.
Oh, yeah. You have a lot of talent, man. You have a lot of talent, a lot of potential. I just didn't think it was a good fit at the time, but I assume you've done really well for yourself.
Well, that was the thing I wanted to come talk to you about, man. So I remember I was never the most happiest that I was when I was working for you. I mean, it felt like the most comfortable fit in all-time job history. I've never had a job I felt more comfortable. Since you guys essentially broke up with me, I have just been spiraling, man. Like, I've been gambling and, you know, losing marathon races. I thought if I did a marathon, it would change my life. I passed out during the marathon. Apparently, my body couldn't handle it. You know, I mean, my kids ran away from my house.
Your kids ran away?
Yeah, and I found them.
Okay, well, that's good.
But they didn't want to come back. They said their dad was a loser, and he wasn't an engineer anymore, and that was the one thing that was so prideful for him.
Look, what we had at the time was good for a while, but I think it just ran its course. You know, we went two separate ways. We grew apart.
No,
I would say.
Remember that time
the company and you grew apart.
remember that time I took you out? We had drinks.
Of course, I remember that.
We talked about how great that project was. We got it done on time. You know,
that was a special project.
We hugged, man. Hugged.
That was then. That was 10 years ago. I've moved on. I've had other projects since then. No. I'm on a project right now. I should get back to that project. I shouldn't even be talking to you right now.
Maybe I should go tell the project people how you're going to do them after the project. So, Ryan, you're just going to move on to a new project, huh? Because you got so many projects lined up, huh? We got so many projects.
We got to Barry at a restaurant. Hey, is your name? Are you Barry? Is your name Barry?
Yeah, I'm Barry.
How's it going, man? I waited on you at a different restaurant about 10 years ago.
You did?
You remember it? Yeah, I don't remember that. I brought you out a steak.
Sure. Yeah, it sounds like something I would do. You said you waited on me?
Yeah, I was a waiter. I was a waiter at another restaurant. Yeah.
Cool. You seem like you're doing well.
That's what you said when you got me fired, because you said the steak was cold because I brought it out too slowly. You wished me well and that I would find success elsewhere, but I didn't find any success.
You're waiting right now. You're doing what you love, I assume.
I just clear tables. They don't trust me to wait tables anymore. So, when you're done with your meal, I'll take everything back to the kitchen. But that's about it.
First off, what we had, it was special, right? That was a nice steak. It was just cold, right? It should have been hot. I was expecting it to be hotter than it was.
It was so bubbling, okay? It was so bubbling. I could see the heat bubbles on it.
You saw the heat bubbles, but that's not what I felt when I ate it, all right? Oh. And I feel like there was a miscommunication in our waiter-to-customer relationship.
Oh, there was?
I think so. You had certain expectations for that steak, and I had different expectations.
You don't know how much you ruined my life. I lost this job.
I think it was me who did it.
It was you. I tried to run a marathon and I failed.
What's this marathon? What is this marathon people are running? It's okay to not finish a marathon first. It's okay to not finish a marathon at all. It's hard to do. Just train and get on the next one.
No, you told me I would do great things and I didn't. I'm going to go into that kitchen and tell the people working on your food that you're going to ruin their lives later. So
look,
they should just...
Chuck, I barely know you. Okay. You look like a person who was going to do great things. You look like you were destined for better things that weren't bringing out steaks. I'm sorry if that didn't work out for you, but please do not mess up my thing with this restaurant. We have something special at this restaurant. I like coming here. All right. I appreciate it if you don't badmouth me to my current restaurant.
We cut to 10 minutes later, the same restaurant. Hey, sir. Your name is Barry?
Yeah, I'm Barry.
Hello, Barry. Do you remember me?
Oh, jeez.
I delivered your child 10 years ago.
You did what?
I delivered your baby 10 years ago.
Oh, thank you for that. That's really nice of you. He's doing really well.
Yeah, I was a doctor back then. Now I'm cleaning the toilet here in this restaurant.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry things didn't work out for you. I assume I didn't have anything to do with it.
Well, actually, you said that the baby was not good enough and it was my fault. And then I had to run a marathon, but
Hold on. Wait. What do you mean you had to run a marathon? What is this marathon? I need to know. Please don't cry.
Yeah, it's a marathon of losers. People who lost their jobs.
Oh, wow. That sounds like a sad marathon.
Yeah, everybody cries. I won the crying competition, by the way.
Oh, you won something? You won something?
Yeah.
And hey, let me tell you, what we had that day in the hospital was special. It was a special moment. Yeah, the baby wasn't quite good enough. It wasn't quite up to par to other babies I'd seen in the past, but it turned out to be something great. Like he's a good kid. He's a good kid. And I was wondering if I can get that steak. Still waiting on it.
Sad marathon. Oh, jeez.
Oh, that was precious. See that?
You had to run a marathon.
That was a team.
Sad marathon.
Sad
Marathon of tears.
Marathon of tears.